I had never thought of a plus sign as a bad thing. Of course, I'd never had one show up on a stick I'd peed on. Kudos to me. That changed today. My knees wobbled, and the idiotic white piece of plastic rattled as I set it on the scarred Formica countertop. Brown eyes, mine, stared back at me accusingly in the mirror. You've done it now. A baby. My hand found my stomach. Still flat. Still the same. Even though so much had changed. The bathroom door rattled as a fist slammed against the thin plank of wood. Move it, Kel. Food's up and your tables are restless. Coming, I called, as I wrapped the test in a paper towel before shoving it deep into my purse. I couldn't leave it here. Not where Henry, might see it. He would get his back up, storm out to the ranch where he who must not be named lived, and drag the no-good, low-down piece of crap into town for a proper whooping. And I might just want to let him. With a sigh, I washed my hands and left the bathroom. It was my own fault. I knew the type of man Rex was. I'd fallen into his bed anyway. Regret never fails to burn like a mother. I muttered as I swept into the kitchen, grabbed the plates from the pass, and started hustling toward my table. What was that? Henry asked as he flipped a burger. Nothing. I hefted the tray filled with 6 plates and various food accessories, ketchup, extra dressing, and napkins, with practiced ease. Oh, God. I was going to be huge and pregnant and waiting tables. Good luck to the customers, because I like the sincerity and cheerfulness that seemed to come naturally to most waitresses on a normal day. I could only imagine what was going to happen when my hormones raged. Using my back, I pushed through the swinging door and promptly stumbled to a stop. He was here. Rex was here. Stupidly, my heart raced. He'd changed his mind. The man's eyes flicked to mine, completely unrecognizing and indifferent. My momentary burst of hope disintegrated. He was going to pretend not to know me? To not recognize me? The jerk! The rotten... Except, there was something off about him. I squinted, trying to discern the change, but the tray was taking its toll on my arms. I tore my gaze away from Rex to practically hurl the dishes at my customers. Anything else? I asked, and was thankful when there weren't any requests. 2 seconds later, I was in front of Rex, who wasn't actually Rex. Oh, he was the right height and had the same square jaw and the same gorgeous sun-kissed skin, but this man wasn't the one I'd slept with. Hi, he said, his green eyes warm. They were a brilliant emerald, and just as inviting as they'd been in the picture I'd seen on Rex's desk. Can I just sit anywhere? My nod was jerky. I'll get you a menu. Fingers brushed my arm, calloused fingers that felt both familiar and different. You okay? I forced a smile, my stomach churning. This could not be happening. Just perfect. And that was the moment I puked all over Rex's twin shoes.